You says right.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Powwow with the Pals. I'm Brian,
I'm Vanessa.
and we are the Pals.
Yes, we are.
How is everybody doing tonight? Man, I'm telling you, tonight is the night, y'all. Tonight is the night. Do y'all notice something different? Uh-oh.
Let me go check on these dogs.
Roscoe and Brutus. Oh, my Lord. I don't know what's wrong with them jokers, man. We got two dogs outside, y'all, and they just acting a pure D. You know what? But father and son,
Yes.
and now she whooping. Now she getting mad at him. She finna get they butts, y'all. She finna get they butts. But man, we thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We're gonna have a great episode tonight. Oh man, we're gonna talk about a lot of things tonight, y'all. We're gonna talk about marriage woes. Some of the good things about marriage, some of the not so good things about marriage. So that's what we're gonna talk about tonight, the marriage woes. Y'all don't want to miss that, baby. How the marriage woes go. And that's what we talk about on the Powwow with the Pals, marriage woes. When I say woes, that means woes. The good and the bad, the bitter and the sweet. You name it. Those are woes. The goods and the bads, the bitters and the sweets, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, y'all. We thank everybody for tuning in. We welcome everybody for tuning in. Man, we appreciate you all. We're going to have a special guest next week, man. Y'all don't want to miss that, man. We're going to have us a good time next week, too, as well. Like I say, we're going to talk about the marriage woes. Go in David's room and get that other camera, other light.
We don't need that other light.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we got to get the other light. She going to go get the other light since she already moving and grooving, y'all. But like I say, we going to have a good time tonight. We're going to be chopping it up, talking about some good stuff tonight. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here on the Powwow with the Pals with Brian and Vanessa Powell, baby. And I love it. I love it. I love you guys. We love you guys for tuning in with us, having some fun with us, talking about what the woes of marriage. Man, a lot of I can't wait. I'm holding it in, y'all, till she get back, y'all. I'm holding it in till she get back. Because we finna really you got that out Dave? Yeah, Dave ain't doing nothing. He gotta get his life together. So that's what we gonna chop it up and talk about the marriage woes.
Who's on? How many we got on?
We got a couple people on right now, but we once we put it out here on Facebook and Instagram,
Facebook.
not the live one, not the show we live tonight.
Yeah.
You did with the link and everything.
Could you put me in, Coach?
You in already? You in?
Him and all these lights. Okay, let's get to moving and grooving.
Man, y'all see what I got to deal with? Like I said before tonight, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Should we? I'm gonna wait till a little while. I'm gonna wait, let everybody jump on in and stuff. I'm sending out links and invites and everything, and everybody go have what they go have and everything, and jump on when they jump on, and We're gonna chop it up. When we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. I'm excited.
All right.
She excited.
So,
We had a lot that was that when we talked about last week and everything. We had some people that reached out to us, man, that said they really enjoyed last week's episode, and we just really we was happy. We was happy, and we were so thankful that people jumped on and shared their insights about last week's episode. And yeah. So, how was your day today? We always kick off asking each other how was each other's day. So, how was your day?
it was cool. I mean, was at a different location this week working. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was it was low key from where I'm usually at.
Pretty good.
Mhm. So
Okay.
it was cool this week. Off tomorrow, so I get to refuel and get ready for next week back at my other
Oh,
location.
you off tomorrow, huh?
I usually don't let them know when I'm off because I like
That's
to
sad, ain't it?
sleep.
That's
in.
sad,
Hey,
ain't it?
wise. When you off work, do you
Yes.
let your husband know when you off?
Yeah,
No,
they do.
no,
They do.
no, they don't.
They let them out. They let them know.
Mm-mm.
They let them know when they off.
Why?
Because you got to.
I mean, you already gonna know I'm off because you work from home. So it is what it is. But I'm off. I ain't doing nothing.
Oh my God. See what I got to deal with, y'all. That's what I got to deal with on the day in and day out basis with this woman.
So let's get into it.
Nah, I got to send out the invites first.
We already got 7 people.
I know we do.
Babe,
What?
let's go on and start chopping it
Man,
up.
we gonna chop it up. We got for this.
Now,
See,
what was you
see,
saying earlier? You was like, y'all know anything different. What was you talking about?
y'all notice anything different about Vanessa tonight? Oh, what is different about her tonight, y'all? What is different about her tonight? Tell me what y'all think is different about this lady tonight. Dun 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 dun. She got her haircut. She is a completely different lady tonight.
No, I'm not. I'm not different.
She is different. She is brand new
I feel good.
and brand new.
And good.
And brand new.
I feel good. I decided to get my hair cut. I think every episode we've had, I probably had a different hairstyle.
Man,
So y'all go back and look and let me know if I had a different hairstyle every time. Because I'm pretty sure I did.
every time, man. Every time.
But this time, I ain't gonna be no different hairstyle. Because I feel like I won the war with menopause. But maybe I didn't.
Oh,
I'm thinking about doing a podcast or something about menopause.
oh man. What you gonna share with them about menopause?
I mean, I just want a group of ladies so we can be on here chopping it up, saying like, what are we dealing with? Are we having the same symptoms and, all of that stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting about menopause.
I mean, there is a community out there for that. So I think that would be good. I'm thinking about it. I just got to see how it fits into my schedule because that's a lot. Yeah. I might just start I don't know, like a group or something.
A menopausal group. I like that.
Because it's real out here in these menopause streets.
Not in the menopause streets. She called it the menopause streets.
Yeah, it's real out here.
She called it the streets of menopause.
If we have any ladies on here that's going through that right now, please let me know.
She said, drop a link, man. Let her know, y'all. Whoever going through the change is what they call it, what the elders call it, the change.
Sweating in your scalp. And
if you're going through the change, drop it in the chat. Let us know, man. We finna chop it up, man. Thank everybody who all came on and who sent me emails and text me, say they really like what we're doing with the show and everything. And I can't wait, man. I just see a lot of good things coming out. Our show.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I do. I can see us really growing this and helping married couples out, young couples that's thinking about getting married, just to say, hey, this is what we went through. This is what we experienced. We ain't no better than nobody else. But
Mm-mm.
to God be the glory. That's what we do, man. We thank God for the ups and the downs, the goods and the bads, the bitters and the sweets, the highs and the lows. Don't
Yep.
need to go on any further. The highs and the lows. What else I was saying? The good times and the bad times.
Yep.
All of the above. We thank him for all of that.
Okay.
We thank him for all of that.
All right, babe. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. We can. I'm still sending out invites and everything. I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do. Don't play with me. See, we'll have a misunderstanding right now, man. You playing too much, man. You guys, that's why I say she brand new, y'all.
No, I'm not brand new.
Let me take my
But what
glasses
I'm
off.
doing is I'm hungry and I know I'm gonna have to cook for him and Kendall,
Him.
him downstairs.
There you go. Him downstairs, huh?
Hmm.
Man,
Okay. So
you just impatient.
I'm not impatient, babe,
Okay,
but I
let's go. I'm
mean,
sorry. I'm sorry.
we already done been on here for a certain amount of time.
We only been on here 11 minutes. We just got it started. You
Okay.
can chase dogs down the house and stuff. But we love each other though, y'all. We love each other. Before we came on tonight, we had the devil in. Well,
You had the devil.
she said I had the devil in me.
And that's one of our topics, arguing.
Arguing. That is definitely one of the topics. Arguing.
So
And
how
who gotta have the last word?
so who would you say argues the most? Who's
For
who
everybody
no,
that
let's
knows
say who starts? Who starts the arguing?
between who?
Between us. Like who is the one that likes to argue the most?
You.
No, I don't.
What who do then?
You,
So I like arguing the most.
yes. Because you like to prove a point.
I don't argue then, if that's the case. I don't argue to prove a point. I just argue to just state my case. It's the difference between stating your case and proving a point. I don't try to prove a point. I just state my case. That's all I do. I want to know who all state their case.
You still argue though. That's still considered arguing.
Trying to state your case. That's arguing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
So if you were an attorney and you stating your case, that's considered arguing. You arguing against the case.
if you look at it like that from an attorney standpoint, arguing, stating the case. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. We want to know because
I mean, I'm just saying. G said men fuss the most, and what does it say? Why am I thinking after that?
men
Oh,
fuss the most and women
women's ego and pride have them argue more. Okay, G. So I think so for me, I don't like arguing. Brian will tell you that.
No, she don't.
I don't like arguing.
One thing I can say, she don't like arguing.
No. So for me, if me and him get into an argument, I'm gonna let him talk. I might have a little say, but then I'm done and I shut it down. I shut all the way down. Like I won't talk the whole rest of the day. So that's just me. And then he know when I get quiet, like he'll be like, "Oh, she upset now because she quiet."
Yeah, she do that quite a bit.
Yeah, because I don't like that arguing.
But I'm like that too. Now, see, I'm a little bit different when it comes to arguing. I will shut now. She'll shut down for the evening. Me, I'm gonna probably carry it on for a few days.
She'll carry it on. And if I now this is some old stuff. that he do. What was that noise?
You good.
Oh, now, what he do is like if say we argue, but I'm in the process of cooking dinner or something, it could be that day or the next day. Now he's been doing this for some years, and I don't know if it's something his granddaddy told him or what to do. I think it's some granddaddy old men's tale or something. So what he do is, if I'm cooking, he won't eat. He won't eat my cooking. Like I'm trying to poison him or something. Why am I trying to poison you? Because we got to argument.
I don't eat her cooking when she is. Hey, when she
and that's so crazy to me.
I don't eat her cooking. Period.
So he'll go and not cook. Now, when he first started doing that, that hurt my feelings because I was like, okay, so you mad at me? We done had an argument. You mad at me? Now you won't eat my cooking because you think I'm poisoning you or something. And I'm just like, so where do we do that from? Where do we get that from? So he still do it today, and do.
I do sometimes. Sometimes I do.
I guess sometimes we sometimes get into an argument, but yeah. So he'll go out of his way to go get something to eat, or he'll say, "No, I'm not hungry." I'm like, now you know you hungry.
Yeah, I do that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would flat out say I'm not messing with her. Cause I know, you know what, and I know it used to bother her. Now, since we got all the skin in the game, it shouldn't care about it now.
If he don't eat, I'm like, he just don't eat.
I just wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator.
If he don't eat, he don't eat.
So that's the thing with her right now. So she don't she don't trip off of it now. If I eat, I eat. If I don't, I don't. That's on. Hey, she's like, that's on him.
Yeah, I don't trip about it anymore.
We not finna even go through that no more.
So I think as far as like, and then too, this is what bothers me when we argue. If we go to sleep, because it says in the word, don't, what is it?
Don't let the sun go down on your wrath.
So I remember one time we got into like a really bad argument, and I went to sleep. You know, we were going to bed, and I could not sleep. I don't even remember who started the argument or whatever, but I could not sleep because I was just like, what if God take me while I'm up here arguing with this ninja?
You going to hell. You going to hell. That's what she was going to, y'all. She was going to go to hell.
But he over there just snoring. I said, Lord, take him right.
So this woman did. Hey,
so take him while he's sleeping, and he done argue with me, and I can't sleep.
I'm over there sleeping good too. We probably woke up still mad at each other. What I think about you guys don't know me, man, right now. I hold grudges, man.
He hard-headed.
That is what God is working with me on. Because he know I hold grudges in a heartbeat. I don't care. I hold a grudge. I hold grudges, y'all.
And I'm sorry to say, since we've been together, I think some of that has rubbed off on me. Like, I can't give you nothing.
She holds grudges.
But,
hey, man, I'm happy
for me,
for her,
it takes a lot to get me to that place, right? Does it take a lot?
It does.
It takes a lot. Like for me, you would really have to make me mad for me to like be like, okay, I'm cool on you. I ain't gotta talk to you or nothing. Now, if you got me to the point where I'm mad and I'm crying, it's over with. I'm done with you, for real.
And see, me on the other hand,
and if he see me crying and know I'm upset, he coming for your throat.
And see, that's the thing, man. God is trying to still gradually work with me, man.
He said gradually.
Gradually work with me. God knows it ain't no overnight process, man. He gradually working with me. Because I'm the type of person, I go 0 to 100 quick, man. I gotta stop that, man, because I'll be ready to put my hands on people, man. I gotta catch myself, man. I don't want to go to jail, yeah. Everybody who know me, they know I'm the gentle giant, man. I really don't. I stay in my own lane. I just stay. I don't bother nobody, y'all. But you got people that's gonna try you. That's gonna try you.
That's always.
And think you weak. And
Mhm.
I don't. You can't think I'm weak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss. You can't think I'm weak.
Right.
Cause then you get another side of me. And then Vanessa knows me too. I'm the type of person. If you do something to me, I gotta get my leg back.
Always.
I'm gonna get my leg back. God is still working on my heart. He's still working, y'all. But I gotta get my leg back. I gotta make you feel me. I'm sorry.
Put them on your prayer list.
Keep me on your prayer list, cause I'm just like, I always got to get my leg back. It's like retribution to me, man. And I gotta stop that. I gotta stop trying to get retribution, revenge, retaliation, whatever you want to call it. I just gotta stop doing that. Because now when I do that, it just it throws everything off.
Hey, Miss Selma.
Thelma, how you doing? Gee, what you say, bro? Woman logic, you will always lose. Yeah? The silence is way louder. Trust me.
Women know exactly what.
Women know exactly what.
And do.
Yep, they do. They do. Silence speaks volumes sometimes, man. A lot of people don't realize that silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
If you just be quiet and stuff, that's silent. And a lot of women, and Vanessa's probably one of the ones. A lot of women don't like being ignored. When they be ignored, that's a pet peeve for a lot of women. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pet peeve. They do not want to be ignored, and us ignoring them, it seems like that sets them off. That sends them to another level.
Well, it don't. Well, for me, it don't set me off. I'm more like, babe, I just need you to listen to what I'm saying, because you'll say and don't even know what I'm talking about.
But you know what? You know what I'm telling you. Now she comes. Now she will admit this. She'll come and ask me something at the most inopportune time.
That's what we do as wives.
When I'm talking about, I can be watching in the middle of a game, and she knows I play fantasy football. All my people out here that's on here that play fantasy football, I play fantasy football, and she knows the worst time to catch me is on fantasy football, especially when I'm getting my butt whooped. Oh my God, please don't do She want to hold a conversation. I'm like, what you want? I'm up here getting slam dunked and stuff.
But I don't ask you nothing. Now, when you first started doing fantasy football, I would do that. But now that you've been doing it for a few years, I don't bother you. Like, I know Sundays not to bother you. Only thing I ask you during football season on Sundays is what you want to eat, the food ready. That's it.
Oh, yeah, right.
For real.
Yeah, right.
I don't ask. I don't bother you. You be down in the basement.
They'll must say, I am like you. I shut down. I can ignore you.
Yep.
Hey, but she comes and catches me at the inopportune time. But then when I ask her a question, when she in here watching her little TV shows and stuff, I come in and ask her question. This is what she does, y'all. She grabs the remote control, she hit pause, and give me a look. Give me an evil look.
I mean,
I don't give you an evil look. I ignore you. I smile, but hey, I ignore you. You give evil looks.
That's fair.
Evil looks. Like I'm just disrupting you.
And that is our topic on arguing.
We argue.
But we love each other.
We do love each other. Sometimes we argue and argue.
And sometimes we argue and we laugh. Now, don't make it seem like we just argue all the time, because we don't.
We don't. We don't argue all the time.
Don't have the people thinking that we just are arguing couple.
No, we don't do it like that.
But sometimes we argue and then we laugh about it. We laugh
about people at church. If you go to our church and you on here, Trust and believe. We done had us some laughing conversations about some people.
G laughing.
Hey, we done had some laughing conversations about some people.
We just talk about everybody. It don't matter if it's church.
It wasn't even like that until I think I rubbed off on her over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I really rubbed off on her over the years because she was never that type that's going to talk about you or anything like that. I don't care. God's still working on me. That's my phrase of 2025. It was the phrase of 2024,
23, 22, 21, 20, 19.
God is still working on me. I'm a work in progress, y'all. I'm a work in progress. I am a vessel of the Lord. He's still working on me, y'all. If God is working on me, let me know. Hey, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I'm still working on y'all. Unless y'all just got it all together.
I ain't got it all together.
You ain't got it together?
Mm-mm. But I know God, He knows me. He knows my name.
He knows everything. He knows everything. Every little thing, dirty thing. He knows everything. He knows everything, y'all. But that's a good thing about that, though. We argue. Like tonight. We argued tonight. What we arguing? What we arguing about?
You being on time. What was we arguing about?
See, that's how I know the devil was in you. That's how I know the devil was in her. She said, what was we arguing about? That's how you know she had the devil embedded in her, y'all. She had the devil clean up in her.
That's what's up.
So, what were we arguing about?
We was arguing,
I forgot what we was arguing about.
I don't know. The dogs even arguing. They outside. They
father and son outside arguing and stuff. We just arguing, man. And I said, you know what? We gonna talk about us arguing. And she said, bet, let's talk about us arguing. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do, argue. I mean, not all the time, though. I'm just making it seem like we don't argue all the time. Because we laugh and we joke a lot, man. I mean, we laugh and we joke.
Yep.
And we say some crazy stuff that just have me, we just bust out laughing and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what we do, man. What else we say besides arguing? What else we say we're going to talk about?
So we're going to talk about feeling neglected in the marriage. Like what times in our lives have we felt neglected in our marriage?
Ooh.
Have you guys ever felt neglected in y'all's marriage?
That's tough, boy.
I mean, it's different areas of your marriage that you can be neglected in.
I'm going to tell you from a neglect standpoint, I can tell you when the time.
G said you ain't never on time.
I'm finna say something, G. You know, hey. G, I'm finna say the two words. Two words. You know what our favorite two words to each other is, right? Uh-huh. So I ain't gonna say it right now, but you know what they are. The neglect. I said one time I can really say I know I neglected her.
No, you felt neglected.
No, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you about that too. But when I was in St. Louis, I was coaching American Legion baseball and football and basketball. I was coaching sports, and I think that's one of the biggest times I think I really neglected her. It was a big neglect when I was coaching all these sports because I run right from baseball into football. So. And then football, I stopped basketball. That's one of the things I gave up when we did get married. I gave up coaching basketball. But I went from baseball. We started baseball probably in like April, May, and then ran all summer. Then after we left baseball, I rolled right into football
in August.
And that ran all the way through December. So the football ran all the way through Thanksgiving. And we were playing a postseason tournament through December. We ran. I mean, that's what we did: baseball and football. I mean, that I really say I think I neglected them a lot because I was over here trying to make an impact. But I had to realize charity starts at home, man.
Mm-hmm.
It starts amongst the family and stuff. So
because I think, and that was the time that I was gonna mention, because when you were coaching, it wasn't as bad when we first got married, because we were still getting used to each other, but you still had to have a balance. It was still a lot.
Yeah, a balance
But
and
then,
boundaries too, man. You gotta have those boundaries as well.
but then when we were having kids, like when I had David, and we were still trying to, navigate having a child, and then you was coaching and both working and stuff. It was a lot, because I felt like on Saturdays, that's all you was doing was the sports. So me and David, shoot, we would hang out all weekend.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna tell you where I felt a little bit neglected. You utilize that scenario because I felt like, you know what? I wish they would have came to some other games and stuff. But then you guys know Vanessa, you can't stand the heat. When it gets hot, and
I'm in the house.
that's when she had all the perms in her head. So she didn't want to sweat out her little perms and stuff. So she didn't want to do that. So that was one of the biggest things right there, man. That,
These had perms.
had a little perms.
That's what's up.
That's what she did. She had her little perms in there and stuff, and she didn't want to sweat them out. And
well,
come to a lot of the games.
For me, I'm not a football person, and he knows that too. The only sport that
or baseball.
So the only sport that I really tune into is basketball, for real.
Football person or a baseball person?
I know I was just coming out there for
you.
you.
A Brian person.
Yeah.
That's what you were. He was a Brian person. So.
But don't make it seem like I didn't come to any of the games, because I did come to your baseball games as the kids got older. But it was a lot. You coaching, so I'm running after kids.
Yeah. And then, especially if you're at a baseball game, you got to worry about balls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the big things I could say right there about the sports and stuff. That's the one I think I neglected him.
Yeah. After we had Kendall, and she got her diagnosis of autism. Yeah. I felt like, me personally, I felt like he neglected a lot of time with us too. And Brian went through the time where he was in denial with Kendall having autism. So a lot of the stuff I did have to pick up and do, and spending more time with her therapist. So I think just trying to, navigate through all of that was just a lot for both of us.
That was big, because what really resonated with me was when I was when she said, we had a conversation, we had a conversation, and she said, I just feel like I'm a single parent. And that shook me, but then again, it pissed me off. But then again, it opened my eyes, because, okay, I'm like, hell, all the stuff I do, providing for this family and stuff, and you feel like a single parent and stuff, and I do my part. I say, you don't really understand what a single parent feels like. I was raised by a single parent. My dad was there financially, but from the day to day, my mom, I was raised by a single parent. So when she said that, it kind of really it pissed me off a little bit, because I'm like, but then when I get older and I start back to thinking back on everything, then I put myself in their shoes and everything. We have a special needs child. We have another child that's like a year and a half, almost 2 years apart. And you got those guys running around, and she won stuff and he won stuff. And I could see the way she felt neglected at times.
And then there was times, for baseball, he would go out of town. Sometimes they would travel out of town to like Mississippi, Arkansas,
Alabama,
Indiana. Yeah. So they would travel and I wouldn't, there was a couple times I did pack up the kids and we would go with him, but most of the time we wouldn't because that was a lot, you know, carrying, two kids, two small kids, out of town and, staying at hotels and all that other stuff. So I was like, So I just got to the point where I was like, I'll just stay at home with them.
Yeah. And you know what?
So that was kind of like rough patch in our
that was a rough
marriage.
patch. That was a rough patch. And that that was one of the things I could say that probably led to us going to counseling.
Yeah.
Because we had to go to counseling. We went to counseling and everything. And we would hold so much stuff in and we didn't even talk about it. But counseling was really a good thing for us because I'm gonna tell you guys, our rough patch in our marriage, it hit in around 2009. 2009 was a rough patch for us. And when I say rough, it was almost to the point that we were gonna chuck up the deuces at each other. Hey, we raised these kids, we be co-parents and everything. That's how bad it was in 2009. Felt like we both felt neglected in the marriage and stuff. We felt like needs weren't being met and everything. So it was rough, man. When I say it was rough, uh, it was rough. 2009 was a rough year, but we went through the counseling, and then we started expressing our feelings, and we made a vow to each other. It don't matter how much it may sting or hurt the other person, but say what's on our mind.
Yeah.
And it's an old cliche: say what you mean, just don't say it mean.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we start to incorporate, just speaking freely of what's on our mind and stuff, our needs and everything. So we start talking about that stuff, man, because it got to the point that we was like, you know what, we don't have to deal with this. And she probably was saying it too, like, hey, I'm still young, and shoot, I mean, that's what we were probably thinking at the time, like, hey, why are we dealing with this? Yeah. If we don't want to be, hey, let's don't hold each other up. Let's don't hold each other's happiness up. But we how we go make others happy and we weren't happy ourselves. So the counseling really helped us to form that bond and that connection back, and it built it strong, a lot stronger than ever. So I mean, like I say, ain't nothing wrong with going to counseling and everything. Right. And I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing about that I don't even know if she remembers. Out of all of that, I'm the one that set up a counseling session.
I remember.
I set up counseling.
Well, we went through our bishop at the time, but he loved us enough to where he said he would refer us. Did he refer us out?
Yeah.
He referred us out.
He referred us first to Dr. West.
Yeah, he referred us to one person, and then we could never get in schedule with them. Yeah. So then Brian ended up going through the EAP through his job, and that's how we found the other person.
Yes.
But
do you remember the counselor name?
I know it was a lady. I can't remember her name.
I forgot her name too.
But she was a sweetheart. She was really nice. She was flexible with us, considering that we had younger kids and stuff too.
She met us a lot of evenings and everything.
Yeah. And you know what too? One thing about
she got a question. We're gonna actually answer the question, but go ahead. Say what you were saying.
One thing about when you're in counseling or when you're going through, I'm gonna make this statement, when you're going through any problems in your marriage or a relationship, be careful of who you allow in on what is going on. You don't want anybody coming in to whatever mishaps you got going on to make it worse. You want people to say, you know what, I'm just going to go to God about it. We're going to pray and we're going to let God's will be done. you can't have anybody that's gonna be like, oh well, girl, yeah, you right, you do this and you do that,
Yes.
or
You don't want
or you right,
nobody
and that comes
that
down
can
to
side with
yeah,
either one. I don't
yeah,
want nobody side with me. She don't
yeah,
want nobody side with
yeah.
her.
You
That's why
want
you get neutral people that
yeah,
don't know you.
yep,
That's the
and that's
best
just
counseling you go get.
yep, and that's just even when you have your family involved, your friends involved, you
Mm-hmm.
have to, and sometimes you might not even need to let them know, because the more you
Yeah.
let them know, the more they're gonna be like, either they're gonna be for it or against it.
Yeah.
So you just have to be careful of who you allow
Who
in
you
that
allow in that
space.
who you allow in that sacred space is what I
Yeah,
call it. Because
yeah,
that's what it is. It's that sacred space that you don't allow everybody into.
yeah,
You don't allow everybody into that little space and everything.
yeah.
G said, question for y'all. Are arguments contingent on how a wife feels? Uh or how a wife feels or how the husband feels? Or
Question.
question. Uh
I think I think for us it's almost like what we have going on
yeah.
with each
Yeah.
other, just as far as like, am I having a bad day? Do I want to be
Mm-hmm.
bothered? Like,
Yeah.
I done had a rough day at work. So, and that's the thing. A lot of people say, don't bring what happened at work home.
No.
You know, leave that at work. Don't bring what happened at work at home, you know. So some days I'll just come home and I'll be like, I have to like just decompress if
Mm-hmm.
it's been a lot or just a long day,
Yeah.
or just it could have been, I don't know, a text or something that,
Mm-hmm.
and family issues, or it could have been anything. But I just try to, you know, keep that separate, because
Yeah.
I don't want to start an argument. And I'm the type too, Brian, to let you know, if I'm upset at something that happened earlier in the day that didn't have anything to do with him, and I come home and I'm upset, and if I take it out on him, I'll say, babe, at the end of the day, I'll say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Something happened at work or something happened, somewhere else. And
Mm-hmm.
I apologize. Now,
Yeah.
I will apologize. Now,
I do
this
apologize
one right
now.
here,
I do apologize, y'all, but I apologize
baby.
in my own time. I apologize. I do apologize. Don't do that. Don't make it seem like I don't apologize.
Hmm.
But arguing is basically contingent on how your mood, how you
Yeah.
feel in that time and everything. And and the thing is, if you guys in the chat, do you guys give your spouse space to like decompress and like, you know what, let me process this before I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. You can say something that can just mess the whole thing up. And
Mm-hmm.
people don't forget things. You know, when we were growing up, the saying "sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt." That's the most false statement you will ever run across, because words do hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Words cut, and you remember words are like scars. You have scars. A lot of, just look at your legs, look at your arms and stuff. When
Mm-hmm.
you were kids, when you got in trouble, well, I mean, when you was out there playing and stuff, you got scars. You
Yeah.
see, a lot of you guys still got scars from when you guys were kids,
Yeah.
aka war wounds. So words do hurt. They do hurt a lot. So words do hurt a lot. So we do say words don't hurt. That's a lie.
But they
Words
do.
will hurt you
Yeah.
and everything. So we do that. We give each other time and space, and uh I am good. I'm gonna tell you, I can ignore a person. And I think when I ignore her sometimes, that kind of just gets underneath her skin. Not like it used to. Now, back in the day, it used to just drive her bananas when I used to
Mm-hmm.
ignore her. Now, she'll come right here, sit on the couch in the living room with a crochet needle and just crochet.
And Netflix.
That's it. She don't even worry about it. Speaking of Netflix,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you
what's
already
up.
know. But yeah, that's what she do. So that's what we do, man. So
Yeah, I don't would you say space at specific times are a must. They are.
they are. You gotta.
That's why I think everybody need to have their own, space or whatever. Even like with our kids, they have, times when they don't want to be bothered. People say, they living in my house, they gonna be bothered and stuff. But I think sometimes they need their, we are at the stage where we have young adults.
Yeah.
Our kids, like our daughter, she'll be 19 at the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Then our son, he'll be 21 in August. So we done went through infant, school age to young adulthood. So that could be another topic we talk about too another time. Parenting young adults, because sometimes you have um, people that say, "Dang, how do y'all do it? Y'all got too young." But
young adults.
It's like, and then they at that age where you like, oh my gosh, what was I doing at that age? So yeah, I think everybody just needs their space.
They do. Everybody needs their space.
Husband need his space.
Wife
where
needs their space.
Yep, kids.
Yep.
Shoot, even the dogs, they need their space outside when they ain't fussing and fighting.
You're right, Thelma. Sometimes people just say things before thinking and how it's going to affect the other person's feelings and stuff. You don't think about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type, and not with her per se, but when I argue, I say things that I know is going to hurt you. I want to say things that's going to really just hurt you and stuff. Let's go dig.
Now, early in the marriage, he has said some hurtful things.
As well as you.
I'm not. Did I say that?
I didn't say you didn't say it, but I'm just saying. I used to say some hurtful things and everything. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but we are grown. We have grown.
We grown. We old now, man. We ain't. We
got grays.
Man,
I got gray.
Oh yeah, got a little salt and pepper up here, these little twisties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
All right, we go show you guys a video in a second, but and I want to know your take on it. So it's gonna be a reaction video. But what's the last thing you want to tap on real quick?
We talking about the 222 rule. Anybody know what that is?
What is the 222 rule?
Prioritizing the relationship through regular dates, weekend getaways, and vacations. So
date nights.
Yeah. So I think early, even when we dated before we got married, I think we did more date nights because we used to Blockbuster, all that stuff. Of course, because you court. So
right. You're trying to get where you need to get to and stuff.
Right.
And everything.
So we did more date nights. And I think we made it a priority when the kids were younger. It was kind of hard. I mean, your mom, babysitter. Your mom would babysit, but sometimes she would do stuff too.
Yeah, so. And then my mother was caring for my grandmother at the time too. So
yeah,
it was real hard to get her because my grandmother had dementia and everything, and my mom cared for her around the clock. So it was really hard. And then it was hard for her to just babysit. So we ended up, when we got a chance to get a babysitter, we had a chance to really step out and do some things and go and have fun and everything.
Yeah.
But it was hard at first and everything. But then when the kids got to a certain age, we could leave them at the house. Be out.
But you know what? We really didn't start leaving them
till we got up here in Peoria. We didn't leave them. We didn't leave them in St. Louis because we had a couple of instances somebody broke in our home. Right. And everything. So we didn't trust anything, man. We had our alarm and everything, but we still didn't trust everything.
Yeah.
So that's been one of the biggest things I could say we did and everything.
Oh, G said, hey y'all, slight echo, choppy sound, sporadic, no sound, not bad. It's just so you know. Okay. How are we sounding now?
How we now sounding, G? I think it's your choppy phone, dude. It's your choppy internet, man. You ain't nobody choppy. You the one that's choppy. But yeah, that's what we do, man. We did that. I mean, vacation wise,
I think we haven't did, and I hate to say this, but we haven't did like
consistent vacations.
Yeah.
Our
vacations were included in baseball travel. Now we did more traveling, even because when we moved up here, he did travel ball
I did travel baseball
And
up there and
so,
everything.
which is not bad because the kids were still a little older, but even when we did have to travel, we had to drop them off at my parents' house. But
Yeah.
now, of course, but now they're older. But we went to like Nashville.
When
Nashville
we
was
went
cool.
with the kids, we went to the when you guys
Oh,
went
to
down
Memphis.
to Memphis. They went
Yeah.
to we went to the Civil Rights Museum and everything.
So we just whatever
ate at
kids did
Central
with the ball.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
So we had
We
that
just
was a
made
good
it
time.
into like a family vacation.
We
So
did.
yeah.
Did.
But I think we do need to travel more.
We do need more vacations and everything.
Yeah. So we trying to plan something by the end of the year.
We want to do something, man.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do something.
But
man, oh man.
And then so yeah, regular date nights. Weekend. Have we done weekend getaways?
Not no real destination weekend getaways. We're running down to St. Louis or somewhere, run over to
Yeah.
Iowa.
We would go to St. Louis
Or
a
maybe
lot
go
when
up
we
to
moved.
Chicago, but I
Yeah.
mean, not no real per se weekend getaways.
Just me and you.
No, we did that one. We did a weekend thing, but that was you can tie that back to baseball and stuff.
Mhm.
When we went to Kansas City one. No, did we?
Oh, we did do Kansas
go to
City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
We went. This how long it was when we went to Kansas City. That's when they was reading the verdict of the Trayvon Martin case.
Yep. We did that for a weekend. Where'd the kids go? To my mom's? Yeah. Because my mom used to keep, my mom and dad, they would keep
Crystal say she on, man. Hey, G, did you get your phone fixed, man? Your Android fixed, man? Cause I got two individuals. You know what? We'll bring them on next. We'll bring you guys on next. We got two individuals that are single, and we want you guys to hear things from a single perspective, what they looking for in relationships and everything. So 222, we got to work on some tools.
Yeah.
We gotta do some working on some tools.
Yeah.
But I want to share this reactionary video with you guys. And y'all guys know what we do, what we talk about. Y'all know I love Pop the Balloon and Find Love. Y'all know we watch that. And I want y'all to look at this one video, and I want to know what y'all think about it, because this one was a crazy video. And the reason why I don't even want to explain the reason why, the why behind the why, but it was stupid. It was really, really stupid. The why behind the why was just so dumb. And you're missing out on good people. So let me share this video with you guys, and we're gonna go from there.
Lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Joy,
Joy, how old are you?
34.
And what do you do?
I'm a financial advisor.
Okay, very nice. And now what do you like to do for fun?
Outside of traveling, I like to go to karaoke, comedy clubs, concerts, try new restaurants, things like that.
Nice. And what are you looking for in a man?
I'm looking for a man that knows how to communicate, who is emotionally intelligent, who is financially and mentally stable, who's respectful, and who seeks God first before men.
Okay,
So,
okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
A man who's disrespectful, a man who does not have a plan, a man who's not a leader, and a man who is easily angered.
Okay, all right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's head down over there, see why he ended up popping.
Easily angry.
Okay, let's start with your name and age.
Jody, Oklahoma, 37.
Okay. And Jody, what do you do?
I'm a HVAC technician. I'm a retired Army as well.
Thank you for your service. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Well, when she said it was something that kind of gave me vibes to where she wanted to be outside a little bit. You don't think so?
No, what was that?
You don't be outside a little bit?
I'm outside, but I'm not in the clubs outside.
Yeah, that was my thing, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking that, you might be outside, and I'm retired, you know what I'm saying? I'm indoors with it, I like to fish, like to hunt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's about it, man.
Okay.
But no, you fine as hell though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
He's handsome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's head on back. All right. So this is a really big lineup. So let me hand you a pick.
He's the only one that pop.
Hang on to that. And I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons.
3 balloons?
3 balloons.
Balloon.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
This is what Ivy League universities you can get into with a 3.6 GPA.
90% of students with a
She's finna pop 3 balloons, y'all. And look at her reason why she popped the balloons.
Can you hold it up?
Okay. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, we'll start here since we're here.
Okay.
Your name and age.
Derek, 36.
Derek, what do you do?
I'm an ex NBA basketball player. Now I teach, started a production company, and I got a nonprofit.
Okay. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to see what she had to say. I liked her height. I liked the things she had to say. And I just was looking to hear more.
Okay, okay. And why'd you end up popping his balloon?
I think it's the nose ring for me at our ages. So I just, not really my style.
Okay.
Respectfully. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But he's handsome, for sure.
Thank you.
2 more over here. Your name and age.
Hey, my name's Jamal. I'm 40.
Jamal, what do you do?
I am retired I was actually a financial advisor for the federal government. And I also work in real estate.
Okay. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I mean, she just came out. I just wanted to hear more about her.
Okay, I see. So she's someone that's your type?
Sure, for sure.
Alrighty. And why'd you end up popping his?
Just out of the lineup, I had to pick 3. Just the attraction is there for others. I think a little bit more. So.
That's good. Thank you. And our last guy you end up popping, your name and age.
My name is John. I'm 45.
John, what do you do?
I work in IT and I run a health and wellness business where I sell herbal products like sea moss and turmeric.
And why was your balloon unpopped?
You say she's
She's cute and
outside.
she seems to be stable emotionally and mentally, so I just wanted to hear what she had to say.
Sounds good. And why'd you end up popping his?
It's the same thing. I had to choose. The attraction is there for others.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Let's head on back. All right. So we've got 5 guys left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Hold on, because I had these planned out. Okay, wait a minute. What is something that your father taught you that you still carry with you?
Okay. We'll start with your name and age first.
My name is Simon, and I'm 39.
Simon, what do you do?
I work for EWR Airport in Newark, aviation.
And then what is something your father taught you that you still use today? Is that what you said?
My father taught me how to be a man as far as controlling my emotions, so I won't react off emotions and use my logic, use my brain. I could say something else for.
Did you want to add more? Or okay.
I want to add more. He also taught me how to dress. Anytime I go out, you got to make sure you look your best, just in case. You never know. People judge sometimes.
Your name and age.
Silas, 42.
And what do you do?
I'm a safety advisor.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer her question.
So, I had multiple fathers, so grandfather, father, uncles, and I was close with them all, and I would say probably what I learned most about from all of them be integrity, being a man of your word, just everything that embalms integrity.
Bomb and integrity. I like that.
Your name and age.
Yasin, and I'm 43.
And what do you do?
I'm a process technician for Wolf Speed. I pressure wash bulldozers on the weekends, and I am how can I say it? I am a owner and building stars for cleaning services.
And if you want to go ahead and answer her question.
I can't say that my father taught me things. I can say that I teach my daughters things. My father died when I was young, so I make sure that I teach my kids about leadership, generational
I'm gonna
wealth.
fast forward to see why she's
Going to have you pop
She's gonna listen to
two
her
balloons.
reasons, and then we go
Okay.
slide up out of here.
Let's start down here.
Oh boy.
Okay, so why was your balloon unpopped?
He's cute. He's really pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. And why'd you end up popping his?
You look like Eddie Murphy.
It's all the gold or silver in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So the grill, is that what they're called? That would be considered grill, right? Okay, sorry. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Thank you. And then you popped another one over here. So why was your balloon unpopped?
I was actually trying to hear her out. I have my own thoughts and premonitions of what I'm looking for, but for her being young, I wanted to see what she came with. So,
How old is she?
yeah.
34.
And so why'd you end up popping his balloon?
It's just the teeth. I'm a teeth person, so I just,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. All right, we've got 3 guys left. Go ahead and ask them a
Gonna miss her
question.
blessing. Oh,
Okay.
But I'm a teeth person.
I am affectionate, and my goal by the end of this.
Okay. And why not?
It's just the teeth, and then like maybe like the height a little bit. I'm not really tripping off.
Oh man, they did it because we were playing it a little bit too long. Let me stop it. They suspended our stream. We'll be back on in a second, y'all. Because we showed the video for a long period of time.
He done messed up.
Hey man, I'm sorry, y'all. We'll be back on shortly. They're gonna re-show the stream and everything. But that's one of the things that we talked about was man, was the what's the name of she rejected a lot of those guys, and I didn't get a chance to show you the rest of it, but she ended up rejecting a lot of those guys because of their teeth. Huh?
They can say yeah.
Yeah, they should still be able to hear us and everything. But she rejected them because of the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reject people because of teeth?
I just said, I mean, that could be a
Or are
deal
you a
breaker.
teeth person?
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
I don't know about all that.
But I mean, like if his grill is like, if he can take it out,
Uh-huh.
you know, what do they call? Do they call those grills?
Yes,
Can they take them out?
they can.
Okay, so if he can take them out, then I would prefer that he take it out. But if it's just, if that's how his teeth is, then nah. I mean, and she has some good ones. She has some that was retired and had their own.
We talking about military guys.
Yep. I don't know. He seemed a little shaky to me.
We back, y'all.
We back.
They put us on timeout because we showed a lot of the video and everything, and that's why
Yeah.
they restricted us, man. But if you we'll drop the link of that episode of Pop the Balloon to Find Love in the chat. We want you guys to go and look at it and everything, because that right there goes to show you how the dating pool is and the things that people are looking for in dating and everything. So when we get finished, we're going to drop the link in the chat so you guys can have it. But our time has come, y'all.
Yes.
Our time has come. Man, thank you guys for tuning in, and definitely want to tune in next week when we have our special guests on next week. We're going to drop the video, our guest video next week. This weekend. We're gonna drop the guest video to let you guys know who's gonna be on our show next week. That's about it for us, man. We thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate it, man.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Happy Mother's Day to all the
Yes,
mothers out there
yes.
too.
Yes.
We forgot to mention it, but happy Mother's Day. If you're a mother out there or you're a mother figure, man, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
If you're still blessed enough to have your mom, happy Mother's Day to your moms. Love on your moms and everything.
Yeah.
Just show them love, man, because it's Mother's Day weekend. It's all about the ladies and the moms and everything this weekend. So, with that being said, I'm Brian.
I'm Vanessa.
We the Pals.
And we out.
We out of here. Peace.